pretty good against the Juggernaut, but right now, dealing with Chen creeps isn't going to be the easiest in the world unless you go for a couple of Midases on Puck and Ursa. Try and clear through positioning right now. Get revealed, the smoke is popped. Don't know exactly where anyone is. They noticed Afterlife, but if Alwayswannafly, he's going to be the one that gets maybe caught here. They've got the kinetic field down, but Phonic doesn't get the damage in on time. They're very far up, and Alwayswannafly finally drops, but Phonic's going to be the one that gets forced out with the all-forward Iceberg, jumps himself aggressively away from Alohadance and no fear, while Afterlife wails in on these neutral creeps. For the 10 creeps even. The first blood, it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Iceberg can be the one that's pretty happy.
Alohadance is just sitting here. He's gone for the 3. Coming in like into that 5th pick before they had the Ursa, they didn't really have a role in their lineup, you know? Like they kind of just said, yeah, we're going to be getting pushed into by Vampire. Like we know what their plan is with the Chen, we know what their plan is with the OD. You want to go to a certain point before you start rolling together, you want to snowball a couple fights together, steal a bunch and win the game. Easy stuff, but going for that Ursa, they've given themselves that objective. Nice little shutdown there on Alohadance as well. Play there, but
Iceberg.
along the way, it's going to be kind of Ramsey's like providing the team with gold through the Aegis and trying to get himself be useful, but without a blink on the puck, like how much he can track down on this side.
Cask, meat, jug.
All need right out of the pause.
Oh, he's cut himself through the trees behind the tier 2 down the bottom lane. But they're aiming towards mid to do this strike onto Gold Black, and it should be a pretty simple takedown. The trap just has to hit. Ended to go first, they forced a glimpse Gold Black back, but with a Static Storm down, got the kill off the bend. The rest of the Team Spirit are coming in to fight. Alwayswannafly stuck around too long, and he's gonna get spun down.
Dire's middle tower.
Team Spirit
Good cancel by Ramsey's.
taking it down.
Yeah, they know.
Starts off slowly, but it ends up surely. And Ramsey, the Earth pumps Dota to take the Aegis. A little bit worrisome as Yoga was going to be difficult to kill off, so they're going to try to pick up Afterlife up at top lane. The Astral warping down onto the Bear, but he forced out the Savage Roar onto only the Juggernaut. The damage output is good enough for the 2 ultis from Empire. Sanities plus no fear. Revealed himself
charge could be good.
the TP in. OD wants to fly up against Ramsey. The Static Storm and catches a couple, but it's good enough. The Iceberg is orbed up in 3, but Havos is here, charging on in. Straight down he goes into the grave, and they've killed the Ursa as well. Blink is available, and this spin will end just before he comes back up and running. So Ramsey gets himself out. Alwayswannafly, though, is going to get swiped, sliced, and diced by this Mask of Madness Juggernaut. Fortunately for them, they don't get the charge onto Ramsey's, but they've got a glimpse. They've got him. They've caught him and dragged him back. Ramsey's turns the cap, but he's gone. He's dead. He's done. The Astral back onto the Chen. Back onto
Kind of split the farm between Phonic and the Vote. I saw a couple teams used to do this.
1 million TPs in, but one by one. It didn't all arrive at once. Well, clear up the disruption before the fight starts, and Ramsey turns to fight Alohadance. He wants to get a couple of hits in here before he drops the center clip to his robot. Now when he does, he clears them up. He's still alive with the mech of the Chen and healed through the fight. Alohadance does not get taken. No real mobility, no blink dagger, no force snap for the team to push him further forward.
They're going
in. Charge on in. Havos, he wants to dive, he wants to kill. And with Alwayswannafly being such a low HP, Witch Doctor, the switchy little devil with Peace Pipe, gonna get crunched up and thrown.
That'd be ridiculous.
Who needs the kite when we can tornado? Hey, Phonic. When McCabe will only save you for so long, Havos is actually charging forward through the rest of his team and passes back between them. Phonic, before he gets them back to base, will get taken out by the puck and the Savage Roar cracks the whip.
The birds are here.
Snaps.
Don't worry.
Halflings, they're not enough of a back charge. Cancelled out with a great stun from Gold Black and a swag. Blinks away, but they've still got the run of Atos. Gold Black is sure to be forfeited. So Spirit will be the sacrificial lamb. And Afterlife and Radiance is pushing into tier 1, causing havoc. They've got the glimpse back onto Ramsey with that Nether Strike. No picnics for you.
Like, so the Blink Dagger is going to really help with that for the Juggernaut. They just need someone who can actually get in there right away.
Savage Roar is wasted and Gold Black, oh buddy, you're dead. You have screwed up. Staying around a little bit too long, but the lone druid bear, the actual bear, the big old bear, Ramsey goes into the Phonic, the blue takes his alive, Alohadance is being forced back by the devil, but Ramsey is all alone in the back end of the team fight. And unfortunately for Team Spirit, they've also got FN taking out Alwayswannafly, the Witch Doctor, soloed and focused by that Juggernaut. Having that onto FN, having that onto Alohadance, I guess. OD. Be
Come
alive.
back up with full mana.
Great. No BKB, no Basher, no Hex. Nothing really to allow him to jump in and find a kill. Except this weak little move that FN just got shredded. Team calling the swap and Ramses waiting until Alohadance. He can turn and fight here, maybe the high ground. This is their position. Dropped her. Throw the Sandy's not just yet, biding his time until he drops it now onto Ramses' head, but the Sandy's Eclipse doesn't do enough damage. Ramses, he's clearing up the support from the back end and he's found out the gem. Funning is going to be the second one to fall. Eclipse back Ramses, but Iceberg hot on his tail. Be able to find the kill with the secondary Glimmer Cape coming through. Alohadance. They want this swap. Does well, the clap. It's just about going to land. Catches him on the tail end. Alohadance is swapped into the middle of them as well. He's got 2 lives here. I don't think they've got anyone to back him up to save him from the step. And alive. He has no blink.
I can't believe Iceberg didn't try and fight Funnick.
I don't think it's worth it. Just being like, the fact he's got limited mana. Oh god, they're going to find Funnick now? They get
That
it.
works, but
I think the fact that Iceberg have... Oh. Taking his tier 3s, the mass.
oh, the charge. So sad. Poor Alwayswannafly.
Oh, dearie me.
Radiant's middle
Cats will
tower is
fly.
under attack.
What is it with the Disruptor sets, by the way? Can we talk about this? Like, I've seen the Mega Man one, and he's the Sub-Zero set too. Like, is he just like the copyright ripper-offer of sets?
No. Don't care anymore. Grand push time. Empire. Is this?
And Iceberg, don't fail me now.
Dire's middle
Glyph
tower
available
has
actually
fallen.
out for Team Spirit, so they've got the clip.
They haven't quite found anything. And just sneaks away from under the ward. Maybe Funnick will pay for it. Come if.
The cross, Phonic. Yep, you're right.
That's definitely the pickoff though. No buyback as well.
TP, and this is the thing, without a Basher on the bear, you've got the Blink
Radiant's
BKB, you've got
middle tower
defensive
is under
abilities.
attack.
There was no
Radiant's
range on the
middle
swap from
tower
Goblak,
has
but he does have it now. Alohadance walks straight out of the base into the aggressive horde. The Team Spirit is dead for 60 seconds. Empire might just have thrown the game right here, right now. OG has a buyback available at this moment in time, but that has just come back up with the goal ticking over through. He has to get himself into the land of the living and jump himself forward. FN looks aggressively, looks for the bear, but the only slash has no targets for it. Both will charge on forward, and with the glimpse blink, Ramses gets himself out of a sticky situation as Havoc has caught the support. Alwayswannafly running around with the Ghost Scepter. He can try and TP. He's not going to succeed. Team Empire, one big buyback forced out, and all they get is a couple of support kills. Not the best trade out. TP towards the mid lane. Once it's all across into the pit already, they're going to have to do this double blink.
They have no vision.
They've got to try and get in quickly to swap back. They've actually dragged someone out. It's a Alohadance over the side, but the glimpse not being used just yet. Godlike is dead, and the Alohadance fight against the Alwayswannafly. The Savage is there, they're trying to chase on in, but this is not a fight the Team Spirit can take. The takedown outside slowly but surely tickling him down with the Omni Slash, but it's the Sanity's Eclipse that will clear up his life in the long run.
Nice bird play. It's happening. Drop TP.
Going for it.
Don't have warp now though.
It's agency. Can't go for it. This is
No
down.
warp though.
20 seconds left on the Lone Druid until he respawns back up. They think of initiating one into this, but this does leave bot and or top open for Empire to swing in to take down, and they're going to move up to top. With Oglyph now, defenders without the Lone Druid for a moment because Dream Coil with the Ursa, and the ward is still down. It's a wrong proposition to initiate in with Alwayswannafly. Moving forward into Alohadance, he's trapped up, and it's going to be a second lane of Rax. There's no good way of getting in, and a blink back from the Juggernaut will ensure that there's no Dream Coil initiation. Outside of respawn, they're going onto Alohadance, but he's got the Aegis, he's got a Hex as well. They'll turn and fight when the Static comes down. It's caught one with the bear inside, and Ramsey climbs, but the BKB is through, and Alwayswannafly is gone. On the back end, they're just trying to climb through the Slitzel Ursa Bear, but the swap into Nether Strike. That will secure his death, and Ramsey is gone. Buyback is forced, and straight back to the level of living he comes, but it's Rax that is still the objective to be taken. As Team Spirit are defending with their lives. Ramsey's back onto no fair, clears up the gem, and it looks like maybe Team Spirit defending their base is still aging. Alohadance, he's got 2 lives. He doesn't want to die, but FN swings back into the fight. The same field of safety, but now Havoc charges through. Stunned by Godlike at the last second, and it comes back onto that little pot. It'll get face shifted and happy or not. But she blinked herself away. No. Excuse me. The GG is called. The Team Spirit tap out. that whole glimpse.
Shocking conclusion.
Yeah. After a 20-minute pause, the game just ends. Clap. Clap.
Alright, well, if we can remember what happened here, there were a couple moments where it seemed like Team Spirit had regained the momentum. Possible moments where they had taken off some fights that, you weren't quite expecting. But in the end, I think a lot of it came down to just Funnick. Like, the way he controlled the fights using the Static Storm, it was the big deciding factor in many of the engagements. Tried, a couple key plays with the Dream Coil and the swap, but it was just that right